Morning. Right, we're just finishing this one off. I eventually got it up. Looks alright though. Just got to put cut them down. Got wall plate over there. Right, just show you this setup. What I've done here, I just epoxy little pier here, which I've left till last because I didn't want to build it up and take the scaffold round and that, and it, you know, they get knocked over. In fact, it was supposed to be a bit smaller than that, but we've made it bigger now. But I've just set this up. I've put my gauge rod, clamped that to the top, then clamped the profiles to it, just to hold it all there together. You know what it's like. I've done it to the back so I can join up the reveals. So that'll hold it there steady till we get to the top. Running both bits in at the same time, so it's well tied in together. Using the fixed bricks like that, they're great for this. Yeah, so this Thursday we get this done and I won't be working tomorrow, thank God. Right, just a quick one on these new building regs what came out in June. Quite a few people have messaged me and that saying, you know, do you know what they are, what's going to happen? There's all these scaremongering things going on about, oh, it's 150mm cavities and 150mm Celotex and it's going to cost a fortune. And I really didn't take any notice because, as I said to people, as bricklayers, it don't really interest us, does it? That's down to the architects to sort that out. We get the drawing, we work to that and whatever the builder gives us. But a couple of people do work on their own houses and it's costing them a fortune. So that last extension I just did, this small one, that was 100mm ice over insulation, 100mm thermalite shield and face brickwork, just standard stuff really. And I presumed that that was all passed before June, before the new regs came in. But I looked at the drawing, happened to look at the drawing, and that was August. So I questioned it with the builder and he said, well, that's what the architect's done. But I didn't think no more of it. And then he went and asked the architect. He said, no, that is up to the new regs. The local authority have approved all of it. So I had a quick search, and he was right. Well, he's obviously right, he's the architect, isn't he? But there's U values have a figure, and there's a scale. Don't worry about it, it's all complicated, I don't get it. But there's a number, and the lower the number, the better the U value. And these new regulations say it has to be 0.26. That's the U value. The lower the value, the better it is. Right, so that thermalite shield with 100mm insulation and the blockwork comes at 0.25. So that it's in, you know, that's it's 1 point in. And apparently before you didn't even need the 100mm insulation. 80mm was enough to pass the previous regs. So they've been over calculating all the time, costing us money. So yeah, it's no different really. I looked at Fiberlight, they're my favourite block actually, and that comes in at 0.27. So I don't know how much 1 point really matters, but that's 1 point over what it should be. But on their website, it says it's compliant, so who knows? They're saying it's compliant, so it must be. I don't know. The Agolite, I think 4.2 Newton, aren't they? And then 7.4 or something. They're coming in at 0.33 or something, so they're not in it. So they're going to have bigger insulation in and whatever. But the thermalite shield and the Fiberlight, what we use on it, you know, standard houses and extensions, it's fine. The only fabric it does change, I think, is windows and roof lights are going to have to be upgraded and that. But again, that don't affect us. So if, you know, you're doing a job in your own house and as some people it's happened to them, that, you know, the architect said it's got to be this and it's got to be that, question it. Because it's costing you a load of money and you may find it's not needed. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. It's Friday, I've not been to work today. I've just been to look. I bought a new car, just been to look at it. I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. Ford Sierra. That's for her really. But, yeah, it's a nice little car, do me, 2 years old. 6,000 miles on the clock. Yeah, nice. All right, enjoy the weekend. Malden, Essex. This is the centre of the Thames Barge Restoration Sailing Trust, whatever it's called. These are old Thames barges. They all work for it. They went to the continent. They went to Germany, France, taking sacking and coal and all kinds of stuff. And luckily, I mean, there must be thousands of them probably, but all gone now. Just these few here. Probably a few more dotted about. Been restored. I mean, the amount of work they done. Fantastic craft. Very nice. Before I forget, just a quick one for Jez. I've done that video driving back from Spain, and I mentioned the speed cameras, but no one could hear it because I had my hand over the speaker. So he just asked me what I was saying because he's driving over in Spain shortly or whenever. When they first brought these speed cameras out in Spain, there were these grey boxes everywhere, but you didn't know they were there. I got done 3 times in one day. Then the EU took them to task. They said, you know, you can't be doing that. You've got to say they're there. So the sign's up now on the gantries on the motorway on the side of the road. Madeira Lavaville, this your dad, you know, just watch your speed. And about 200 or 300 yards down the road, it'll be there, the grey box. See a little grey box or a big grey box. And they're often, as you're going down a hill, you know, you seem to gather a bit more speed. But what they started doing is about, I don't know, a quarter of a mile further on from the grey box, you've seen the sign, you've slowed down for the camera, and then once you pass the camera, everyone just puts their foot down and off they go. What they was doing, they was putting mobile speed cameras about quarter mile past the speed camera. So as you're taking off again, they're getting you. So just watch out for that one. Yeah, you know, you do get caught, you got to pay it. They will get you next time you go in Spain or whatever, yeah.